Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 59 of our Enigmatica 6 Let's Play series, where today we are continuing with our build of our Wither spawner. 2, 3, 4, yeah. So, did a little bit of research, did a bit of looking around, seeing, what the best way to do this is, and I think we've settled on this. So first off, we need 2 shield projectors. Do we need 2 shield projectors of tier 3? I do not think so, but it wasn't expensive to upgrade. I don't know if there's a bigger benefit to having the higher tiers, but as you saw last episode, the lower tier it wasn't doing good for us, so maybe getting a higher tier will make it better. I don't know. So 2 shield projectors. The first one is our floor, right? So we set our floor to be red in color, and we used the red templates, not the blue templates. You can see here, red templates. And so on that one, I set it to solid to all. Solid for everybody. So when I come up here, it's a completely solid, can't access or can't do anything, you can't break it. It's solid to everybody, 100%. And then the second one, I set it to players can pass and solid to all as well. So anything that tries to go through here, it can't, except for the fact that players can pass is the top rule. So players can indeed pass. So yeah, in theory, this should work. And now we shouldn't get explosions destroying any more of our stuff. So you know what we're going to do. The only way to know for sure is to try it out. So let's just get some more skulls. And yeah, build this guy. Double tap, please. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Let's go here. Let's go into the corner. This explosion still hurts, but maybe the explosion can't get out now either. We'll find out. Nope. Okay. Yeah, that took away half my health. Let's wait for that to come back. And yeah, because I don't have any blast protection. Let's make this dude mad. Start firing at everything. Come on. Fire. Destroy all the things. Here, how about I go down here and you fire at me now. Yeah, look at that. No destruction. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. And we got 3 nether stars now. Yeah, so that's what we wanted. We wanted to make sure that these don't break, this doesn't break, floor doesn't break. We got it set up. Ignore everything that happened in that last episode where we didn't set this up right. Probably should have done my research. Like I had said before, I hadn't used these. I also set it up with a spirited dude just to make sure it gets enough power. Yeah, anyway. So our next step then is going to be to automatically build the wither. We have a couple options with that, and I want to go the item router route. We are going to need the mob crusher to do the actual killing, but if you look at our item router, we can use the item router to, well, route items and kill things. We're going to need a couple different modules here. We are going to need the distributor module for sure, so we can distribute from a chest. We are going to need speed upgrades. Let's do this. Let's do at Modular Routers. And we're going to need speed upgrades. We're going to need some polar upgrades, sender upgrades, all the things. Polar. We're going to need these blast upgrades. And we're going to need some augments. We're going to need a regulator augment, and I think that might be everything we need for this part. So, item routers. We need a couple of these. I know we have some already. We have 3. We're going to need a total of 9 item routers. So let's go ahead and make these really quick. We're going to need 2 sets of that, so. Okay. So we need 9 item routers. We are going to need, we also need placer modules, don't we? Placer modules. Which means we're going to need these blank modules. Let's just make a bunch of these. Let's make some paper. Give me a stack of paper. I think we have the sawdust for that. There. And there. Sure. Plenty of blank modules. We're going to need blast upgrades, and I don't know how many of these we actually need. Didn't I just... Oh, it's blank upgrades. We need more paper. I don't remember what the button is to actually craft those. So let's make blank upgrades. I don't know why I didn't just shift click that, but it is what it is. So these are blank upgrades. So let's just make like, we'll make 2 and we'll see how many. Well, you know what? We'll make more than 2 and we'll see how many this actually accepts. So we have 6. So inside of here is where we're going to obviously spawn our wither. So with our item routers, we are going to have to set up item routers in a configuration that is, you know, a wither skeleton. So we have soul sand will come here, soul sand will come here, skulls will come out of here, bam. And with the blast upgrades, oh, you only need 1? Hold I for more info. Immune to explosions and boss destruction. Oh, okay. So each one of these is going to get a blast upgrade. And we need 1 more. It was experimental because I didn't know how many we were going to need, so I didn't make a bunch of them. There we go. So that is these. Now, theoretically, we could put them back so that it spawns the wither here instead of here, but we'll see how this works. Okay, so we have that, and then we're going to need a distributor module, and we're going to need 2 of these guys, which require sender modules, Mark II. So let's make some sender modules, Mark I. And that's going to require us to access the correct inventory, and we're going to need some pistons. Can I just make like 64 pistons so I always have them on hand? Like, I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait for things, you know? So we need what? Did I say I needed 2 distributor models, which requires 3 senders? And we need sender Mark IIs. And then 2 distributor modules. And the distributor module, we're going to set one of these to set to these. So it's going to distribute items to these. So let's set this part up first, okay? So we need another item router, and we can just have this like, this can chill. I mean, honestly, it could chill underground, but we can put it here. So you are going to have your distributor module of this guy, and you are going to send to the items, or to those guys. We're going to set it to round robin, yes, and transfer out of the router. And then we need to set up a regulator augment so that it can only send 1 item. I said regulator, which is going to require an augment core. Control click that, and bam. So what this is going to do is, nope. It says middle click to configure, but middle click is putting it up there. So we'll just press C. What this does, we set this to 1, and what it's going to do is make sure that whatever inventories that it's connected to, it will only send 1, or allows precise control. So if we wanted 2, we could have 2. If we wanted 5, we could have 5. But we only want 1, and we want it on round robin. So if I go into here, and I grab some soul sand, and then we switch that back so I don't forget, and I put this in here, we're going to see, look, it's going to distribute. And it's going to put the soul sand inside of the modular router. Pretty nifty. So now we need to get the soul sand out, and we need to place in the world. So for that means we're going to need our, where is it at? Our placer module. So we need to make some dispensers. Let's make 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Yeah, does that sound right? Sounds right in my head. Oh, we're out of string. I used up all my string. That's not good. Where is my kenaf? I should have enough kenaf fiber for this. What's your recipe? Oh, it's only 3. 1 more placer, which is another dispenser, and then we should be able to make 3 placers. 2, 3, 4. 4 placers. We're going to need 3 more, but we're working on the soul sand at the moment, so And then you're just going to place. And you actually, I'm going to pick you back up because we can configure you. Shift right click. We want to set all of these so that it places to the front. So if I put this in here, only one of them though, you can see, as expected, it's placing. So there we go. And it's going to refill from our buffer here, and we will set up an exporter into this to keep this in stock with soul sand at all times. So there is our soul sand placed. Now on this side, we are going to set up another item router. Now this one, we want to change it to be redstone mode high, because we do not want this to send anything until we give it a redstone signal, because this is what's going to actually spawn the wither. And if we really wanted to, we could set up some XNet to be able to get back here and turn this on and off. But basically, once we have it on, we're going to want to leave it on until otherwise we don't. Does that make sense? Does what I said make sense? I hope it does. Anyway, so we're going to do the same thing here with our distributor module. So we're going to go into here and we are going to have it distribute to these guys. And I should have made another regulator while I was making one regulator. But that's okay. It's not too expensive. We're going to set this up inside of this. Where did that go? There it is. We're going to set it to also only one. And it's going to round robin, transfer out of the router. And then we want to set up, this is going to have wither skulls in it. So then we're going to need 3 more of our placer modules. It's going to require us to make 3 more dispensers. Incorrect. You. And we can actually, we don't need the blast upgrades. And the polars we don't need, actually. Yeah. So then you are going to be shift right clicked in an open area. Or no, it's not shift right click. I apologize. It's just right click. So we're going to put you there, and you there. So now those will place. Lastly, we need to get some speed upgrades. Now the reason we want speed upgrades is because we want the soul sand to always be done before the skulls, because you have to have the soul sand in place before the skulls can be placed. I think I don't know how many each of these can hold. 6, I think. 9. So we need a total of double what we have, 36. The soul sand is kind of inconveniently in my way because I can't access this. So let's set this to redstone mode high as well for the moment. That way I can access all these. I'm going to put our speed upgrades into these guys. So now the soul sand should transfer and place fast. So if I turn this back on to always, yeah, look how fast that was. It was like immediately it transferred everything over and placed. And then our skulls over here will be much slower. So let's get our skulls. And we have 3. So we can go ahead and put these in here. Now, since it requires a high redstone signal, it's not going to do anything. But if we go over here, flip the lever, it's going to send them. And you see it immediately place the other soul sand, which is probably unfortunate because it's going to get... It's actually going to keep placing it. So I know what I need is a timer. Let's go ahead and set this back to high. I need to set this on a timer so that it doesn't do this. Same thing with this until... Yeah, so we want it on a timer so that it doesn't send anything until this guy has spawned and then been killed by the mob crusher. And that's our next step, is to get another mob crusher in here. So let's go ahead and just take this guy out. Excuse me, friend. It's interesting that his health bar never drops. Like, it doesn't... It's like I'm doing way more damage. His health bar was like 3/4 of the way full and then he died. Yeah. Anyway, so we want a timer on this to set to like 300 ticks or something, so that when we get the mob crusher set up in here, which we're gonna probably put like right here, especially since it has like it can have a large range to kill this guy. So let's go ahead and get a mob crusher set up. So we have pretty much everything we need except for an iron sword, and was that it? Yeah, we're just waiting on a book and our machine frame. Actually, the mob crusher is going to get set up on the other side because its power is already over there. Come on, machine frame. Well, while that's going, let's go ahead and get a timer. We can get a RF tools timer. Clock. Like I said, we're going to need 2 of these. Redstone. Oops, hit caps lock. I thought it was. Is it shift click? No. Is it? Well, whatever. Let's just make a stack of those. And then make another timer, please. Okay, so we're going to have this run on a pulse. And this one, how do we do that is the question. We want that to run on a pulse. But we want this to not place until it's ready to. If we set both of them to run on pulse and we did something underground to trigger this, maybe? We'll have to see. Let's see if our mob crusher is ready, though. That way, if we accidentally spawn a wither in, well, it'll die. We're going to need a range upgrade. We'll try tier 3. Let's see how that works. So if I take this guy and we set it up, yeah, that's fine. Universal cables. You can go there. So this guy is going to go. Honestly, there's no middle because I made this 6. So yeah, the middle is actually kind of here, isn't it? If I place this here, I can't place this here because this guy's there, but I can do this and then this. He's facing the correct direction, and then I can do this, and then I can not do that. I can shrink down and put our power back. So now everything's getting power. Okay. And then essence. I don't care about essence. So if this, I think if this back stuffs, the machine still will be able to run. It's the nether stars that we really care about. So yeah, show working area with a +3. Do you encompass this entire thing? You do. Sweet. So now turn the working area off. Okay. So now it encompasses the entire area. So what we want to do is get our timer, and it's possible this may be okay, and I don't need to worry about setting up like fancy redstone. I want you to be set to 300, please. And you are going to run on a pulse. Yeah. But it's not going to do anything because it's obviously there's nothing there. But if I come over here and I say, okay, I need skulls. And we need to make some more wither skulls. So let's just go ahead and do that. We need faster wither skull production. So that's going to place it. Well, it didn't work as I wanted it to. But we killed them and got 2 nether stars. How can we set this up so it doesn't do that? What I don't want is it to just continuously keep placing like that, because it's just going to spawn like, I want it to kill one, spawn, kill one, spawn, kill one, spawn. I mean, I guess we could detect like nether stars being, I don't know if we can detect nether stars being picked up. So when this is picked up, we get a redstone signal, send to this, which places those. Is that a possibility? And same thing with this. Or, I mean, honestly, do we just let it run? No, because we're going to end up with a bunch of soul sand out here. How could we detect if we picked up a nether star? Because these are going to get pulled out immediately, but is it fast enough to know? Does RF tools and RF item? Is there like an item detector? Not really. Mob detector. Daylight detector. I mean, honestly, this whole problem could be solved if instead of using the modular routers, we used the wither builder from Industrial Foregoing, because that can be set to, well, it only has an inventory of one of each item, and you can set it up on a pulse. And I wouldn't have to deal with two different machines. I would just have one. Again, though, this needs either gas in order to make it. What to do about this? Well, I mean, I like this setup that we have here, but if it's not going to work as easily as I want it to, I think the Wither Builder may be a viable thing. So let's go ahead and get a Wither Builder set up. I need to get Ether gas anyway, so it's not like it's super big of a deal that it's not working, because Industrial Foregoing has this thing called a Stasis Chamber. And the Stasis Chamber is a pretty darn nifty block. Basically what it does is it freezes the wither. Any mob that comes into its area, it freezes and it can't move. So what we do is we set this up, we spawn a wither, and have a fluid laser. I know, it's very odd sounding. But we get a fluid laser base. And then we get some lasers with we need a purple lens, by the way. And we want lasers. We can get ether gas. Now, it does say either gas, but is either gas a gas or a liquid? I think you can pick it up in a bucket. Yeah, you can get a bucket of it, so it's a liquid. So we could set up an either gas black hole tank too. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to set up another compact machine. Here. How about a sign? Can you put a sign on these things? Let's find out. So that I can say, hey, you are our wither. Nope. Wither killer. Okay. And then you are going to be our ether gas. So we need another sign. Yeah, you. Oh my goodness. Give me planks. You. You're going to be ether gas. Sweet. So we're going to put that in there, and we can go ahead and enter into this one. We're going to set our spawn point to be back here. Bam. Okay, so, and we're going to need networking here as well. So let's go ahead and get those kicked off. Network, transmitter, receiver. Missing nether quartz? Are you kidding? Well, looks like a trip into the nether is in my future. All right, so we are pretty close to wrapping up point here. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of this off camera. I'm going to go get us a bunch of nether quartz. And come back next episode. We're going to get our wither builder finalized. We'll get our ether gas absorber, I guess you could say, going. And yeah. If you enjoyed what you watched today, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It does help the channel, and I do appreciate it. And thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.